What's up, stalker? Sorry. I'm sorry. Hi, everyone. Welcome to No Contact. We have producer Jordan on the mic.
Hi.
If you like what you hear, we have bonus content on Patreon. So far, we've had me and Kylie Vincent from first episode watching the No Contact podcast episode of Oprah. Then also longtime friend, stand-up comedian of both me and Jordan, as well as TV writer Dylan McKeever came to read some No Contact posts with us. That's all on Patreon. Just a reminder, I don't have parents and I'm kind of banking on this. We're going to read a No Contact story from a listener. It is titled, I Got a Stalker While Being Homeschooled.
So relatable.
Wait, were you homeschooled?
No, neither of those things. I was kind of being the voice in your head, I think.
I think that's really, because I have so many stalkers.
And wait, you were not homeschooled. Never mind.
I was barely schooled.
Right.
Barely schooled. I was home. Actually, it wasn't. Okay. When I was a kid, I kind of thought no contact was baseline. Like, I don't think I met somebody I desired a second interaction with until I was maybe a teenager. I was homeschooled growing up, which usually means either super Catholic family, learning disabilities, or a child prodigy.
Wait, that first part is crazy. They never met anybody that they wanted to see a second time?
I didn't want to flag that as an antisocial behavior, but I've never heard that in my life.
Are they like, is that a trauma response? What is that?
Maybe it is just like you're only seeing your family because you're homeschooled. You don't have much community outside your house.
That means every time they ever saw somebody again, they were like, ugh.
Or they were just like, I guess that was that. I kind of relate, but yeah, it's a trauma response.
Okay.
Or child prodigy. Fitting none of those boxes, socializing with other homeschooled kids wasn't my jam exactly. Oh, okay. So maybe she felt like she wasn't like the other homeschooled kids, even when they would hang out.
Oh.
My mom was supposed to be our teacher, but she is actually mentally ill and never really had that capability. So homeschool was a lot of wandering outside, walking to the library, and accompanying her to the grocery store where I met all my friends. There just wasn't the permanence or expectation of repeat dialogue with teachers and peers. Like a dog in a kid's book, I was mostly cordial buddies with the deli men and library ladies. This person's funny. Okay, this one Whole Foods employee, Paul, was not my friend though. He was creepy as hell. So creepy that I asked my mom to switch our regular grocery store, and so we did. A couple months later, he started working at that grocery store too. Not only did he work at the grocery store, but he started appearing behind the counters at local libraries.
What?
How do you even have time for...
That's cartoonish and scary.
Yes, and also I think you need a degree to be a librarian. Okay. We swap grocery stores. Sorry, I totally lost my place. We started appearing. Oh yeah, behind the counters at local libraries. And we'll cut that. We swapped grocery stores and libraries on repeat, but couldn't ever escape creepy Paul. Fast forward 5 years. My family moves to a different city, and I actually make friends outside of libraries and grocery stores in my homeschooling schedule. I swear though, Paul reappeared in this new city at the Whole Foods as the deli guy. Some other honorable mentions from the group of homeschooled chaos. John Michael. Oh, we're saying full names. If they're a religious community, there's probably like 11 John Michaels. John Michael, who couldn't go to normal school because he habitually decapitated squirrels. Is it bad that we're both just laughing?
Yeah, this person's doing funny. They're carrying the pot on their own.
I'm like we all hear about this. You hear that's murdering animals is like a serial killer childhood symptom. I haven't actually heard a first degree tale.
Right. And
Okay.
just stayed on squirrels. I guess if they just stay on squirrels, it's not, usually they escalate, right?
It doesn't, right? Maybe it didn't escalate. Also, catching a squirrel sounds hard.
So you're impressed a little bit.
I'm never not impressed with. Yeah. And Jeff, who swore he had a girlfriend, and despite nobody questioning it, carved her name into his chest with a key to prove she's real. So moral of that story is no contact can be a lifestyle if you socialize your kids exclusively with freaks and creeps. My default was set on meeting people, absorbing their whack ass story, then steering onward and away. Wow.
That was a lot.
It's funny because you would think being homeschooled, you're sheltered. You're sheltered from freaks like this. But this was like the reason that's all she knew.
Sheltered from school?
Like sheltered from, I feel like most people are motivated to homeschool because they want to shelter kids from some kind of external influence, like perspectives that the family doesn't have. But I guess this is the family perspective.
Right. That's the intention behind homeschooling. Not very often what happens, I suppose. But,
oh my God.
So if this is an example of no contact, it seems like Creepy Paul made a lot of contact.
I want to know what happened. And we've said before, we're going to call our writers back for updates. I want to know what happened to Paul after he reappeared in a new city at the Whole Foods again. I know it's easy to transfer. I worked at Trader's for 7 years, but like nothing scary happened. Sounds like he was fine.
Yeah.
Creepy, but fine.
I mean, similar to, what was his name? John. I guess he never escalated. I guess he just stayed at his scary psychopathic state.
Okay, some people just want to stare from behind the meat counter. Some people just want to cut off squirrel heads.
Also, the craziest part about this is that he started popping up behind the counters at he started appearing behind the counters at local libraries.
Do you think he even worked there? Or do you think he was just...
He was just appearing.
I don't like that. He was
making guest appearances.
This feels like the beginning of a A24 movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess I'm thinking of Men. They did this in Men. No squirrels though. Okay, this episode is with the very, very funny Callie. She came on to tell me one story specifically about hiring a best friend. It didn't work out. They don't talk anymore. Then come to find out she has like 4 stalker stories. We truly ran out of time. I'll have to have her back, but there's an incredible story at the end as well. I had so much fun talking to her. This is episode with Callie.
I really hope one day we can be in each other's lives. Okay, bye.
Our guest is someone I met one time, but I knew how to story. And I don't know how else to say it. I just knew. I said, this is someone who's not only cut someone off, but will talk about it. And the second I messaged you said, why, yes, I do.
That literally, there was no like intro into how you asked me either. Like it was just like, yo, want to talk about how you cut somebody off?
I knew. I felt
Absolutely.
it. Mm-hmm.
I sure do.
Mm-hmm. No, because we talked for like 4 minutes and you were funny as fuck. I was just like, this is it. Okay, I'm going to pass it off to you.
Yeah.
How did you first meet this person? They were your friend. Mm-hmm. Okay. How did you first meet?
Goddamn, that's so crazy.
Huh?
The lights got all dim for the...
Mm-hmm. Sorry. Once again, live from Hollywood.
Yes. I had a best friend that, I mean, maybe this is why it didn't work out. I met a girl online and I mean, she seemed like she was really cool. She was just looking for like other plus size girls to like hang out with in LA, and I had never been to like a plus size club, and that is a thing. Like there's
a plus size club, like a nightclub.
Yeah, plus size nightclubs. They're like BBW clubs. And if you were at like in the early 2000s at the BBW clubs, there was Club Bubbles. Shout out to Club Bubbles. It's not a thing anymore. But she wanted to go to like a plus size club.
I love that this exists.
Yeah. And we went. So like I met her at a club. We had so much fun. We kind of started like clubbing together, and like she was really cool. So, you know, we started hanging out, and we just like were friends, and we became like best friends. And that was cool. So like, I mean, like 10 years deep, like we were like friends for a long time.
10 years.
Yeah. Just
like both in LA.
Yeah. From Twitter
at
to
Club
like,
Bubbles.
Yeah.
From Twitter to Club Bubbles.
Yeah. And I mean, like really deep, like, I mean, like friends, like family functions, like hanging out with like my kid, like really like friends. And as I started getting into acting, as I started getting into like social media, she started like helping me out, and she was my assistant for a little bit. I gave her an advance on some money, and she was like kind of going through a hard time, and she kind of started like slacking off with the work though. Like she was just like not doing the work anymore.
Because this can go so many ways. Like there's really sweet stories of people like blowing up and then they just employ all their best friends and they're like, we're set for life.
Yeah,
and that's the dream. Isn't that the dream?
Yes.
Okay. But then you do still have to kind of do your job a little bit.
I mean, somebody's got to do the job because it's still a job. And I talked to her. I was like, hey, like, you know, girl, like you still gotta, I still need these things done.
What was the type of stuff? Was it like video editing or like?
It was mostly like just handling like emails, like taking care of most of like the boring stuff that nobody ever wants to do.
And that's what assistant does.
Like real kind of easy stuff. And the events I gave her had a comma in it.
Oh,
you know.
When you say advanced, do you mean like, are we talking like, oh, you're not gonna get paid till next Friday, but I'll give it to you now if you need it, or do you mean like a book advance almost, like a retainer?
Nah, like. First of all, she was outlandish for asking.
Oh, she asked? Oh, it was her idea.
Yeah, because
okay.
She was like, yo, like I'm struggling, like I really need some money. Like, can I borrow this? And I'm like, I pay you.
Which again, you wouldn't ask unless your boss was your best friend from Club Bubbles. Like you just wouldn't you wouldn't try to abuse that boundary unless.
But also, I think she wouldn't have asked if she didn't know how much money I made.
And she does know.
Yeah.
Because she was up in it.
Yeah.
All of it. Mm-hmm.
All in my account. All in my business.
Dang.
Because you're my best friend. Like,
which you would think you could trust more than like a stranger off LinkedIn. Like, how else do you find an assistant other than someone you already think you know well enough to rely on?
Yeah. Also, I'm a big trick. If you're my best friend, I'm a big trick. Like, I'm spending it.
When I made $91K for a year, that's how I was.
Like, my best.
Boba on me. I'm like, how could I not? How could I not?
Get the extra. Grande it up.
Grass jelly.
What? Like, do it. But when she asked, I was like a little uneasy, but like I was just like, well, let's not make it a loan. I'll just give you an advance.
That's a good way to phrase it.
Yeah, because she also had another job, but like was working a little less because she was also making money with me.
Okay.
So it was like, you're working less. Like, how about we just give you an advance and it'll kind of like balance out. So like, you know, I just won't pay you for, I think it was maybe like a month and a half. So like, it was like a good little chunk of change.
A month and a half of my paychecks now would actually change my life. That's not nothing. That is not nothing. So what was her, did she give you a reason? Like she said she was going through a hard time. What was her?
I think financially, she probably was losing her place of living, or it might have something to do with her car. But like, she had like some bills to cover, and it was like, all right, girl, like, you know, I don't like if you mess up your money, you gonna not be able to work for me. True. And I need you to work for me. So
true.
Here's the money. Like,
this could theoretically work.
It would have been fine.
I don't think you're wild for believing her. I don't think you're wild for.
It would have been great, but like. After we had the conversation, she stopped completely doing the work, which is the opposite of why we had the conversation.
Like the first time that you were like, hey, by the way, I've paid you commas. Where are you? She went, did she have an excuse? Did she have an answer? Okay.
But she said she was going to do it. So I just thought like, oh, okay. Like she'll catch up to it.
She was like, oh, got it. Been busy. Car. Problems.
Completely stopped. I was like, okay. I gave it a couple days, and then I texted her and I was like, hey, so like you're gonna have to like pay me like back like as you can, because like you're not doing the work. So like, you know, I guess you just don't have to do the work anymore. But like,
I guess you don't have to because you're not.
But
I guess you won't because you won't. Yeah.
But like, I need the money back, right? And then she was literally like, I don't have to pay you back because you don't need the money.
Wait, can we just do that? Can we just say that? Can I say that to my credit card company? You don't need it. Chase Bank. I might try. I'm actually, you know what? I think she was right. And I'm going to call Chase. I'm going to try it. I'm going to say, you don't need it. I'm going to see what happens.
I don't have to pay you back because you don't need the money. It's
to say
crazy.
to say that to kind of any boss, that could be funny. I could get behind someone saying that to any boss, but to your best friend who like you're a small business. That's what you are. Even if you're doing well, you're still a small business.
I'm also a single mother.
Let's talk about that.
a single mother. Like, no matter how much money is in my bank account, it's not yours. It's not yours, and you don't get to tell me what to do with my money.
You don't get to tell anyone, but especially it's like she does know. I'm sure she knows your kid. That's your kid's money too. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I get to choose what I want to do with my money.
You would think. And so what is this mostly? Are you... Okay, because you're a stand-up. You said you're an actor. Mm-hmm. What was your main source of income? Like, how are you making most of this money?
I was content creating, and I was making really good money.
That's so cool. Yeah. No, you make me want to get back on Facebook, and I didn't think I'd ever say that.
Listen, Facebook, Instagram isn't really paying like that, but it kind of feeds the other beast. But like YouTube is paying. Tubi has a creator program now.
I did hear about this actually.
Yeah, I haven't done my research on it yet, but I mean, if they're letting you make movies on Tubi, I mean, go make a movie on Tubi. Like, I mean, all the platforms right now. TikTok is talking head content, like just talking to the camera, having a spaz, have a good chat, a good yap on TikTok.
Okay,
make a couple dollars.
Okay,
yeah.
So truly, like when you said, "Pay me this money back when you can." What did she... This is all over text.
This is over text.
Okay, what did she say? What was her response?
It was legit. I don't have to pay you back. You don't need the money.
And then that was the end of the conversation?
That was the end of the conversation.
So she's never paid you back?
She's never paid me back.
Wait, should we get her? Should we get her?
What you gonna get her?
What if I brought her out right now?
That would be crazy. I would have to fight her. I've never seen her since.
She ghosted you.
I never responded.
Right.
And what could I say to her?
Oh my God, that you hadn't already.
Like, what? You don't respect me? You don't like me? Like,
and it's like, you think I'm kind of stupid.
And you think I'm a punk. You think I won't kill you. Are we allowed to say that?
The amount of times we've talked about killing people on this podcast. No, you were encouraged to say that.
Like, you think I won't do nothing about this. Like, you don't.
How long ago is this? So this is active. As far as I'm concerned, we're still planning. We're planning a response. How long ago? Was this like last year?
No, this is maybe 8 years ago. Like, this is
8. You've been
never seen this girl since. I don't know if she actively avoids me, but I've never seen this girl since. And it's so bad. Like, my homegirls have seen her, like, out and about. And, like, my homegirls have been like, I don't know, I just can't smile at her when I see her. Like, my homegirls have, like, seen her in the same venue and, like she'll walk by and smile at them and then, like, just be like, no. Like, it just don't sit right with me that she still owe you this money.
What does she do? Like, if we were to try to find her right now, where would she be? Where would she be, like, on Friday night?
I mean, at a club, rolling around. She's a big girl. I'm sorry. That was not nice. That's not nice. I'm mad. I'm big, too. I'm mad. I'm sorry.
That's kind of a good name for her.
I'm mad to my community.
That's a good name for one of the big girl clubs, though.
Rolling around.
Open it. You said Bubbles closed. Open it. I would donate to a GoFundMe.
We're getting canceled. This is it right now.
We have said we'll never apologize. Now we gotta go on tour. The way I would.
We gotta call it 10, 1 and 0. Now.
Bring your Facebook audience. Absolutely. No, that could be huge for me. Yeah. That could be huge for me.
Well, it's gonna be skinny for you. It's gonna be huge for me.
Thank you so much. I consider myself athletic. If I were to select on MySpace my body type, it would be athletic. Do you remember that?
Ma'am. I always go a little more love. That's me.
And the way MySpace was ahead of its time on that. They had no like option that would, I think, make someone feel negative. You're either like slim, slender, athletic, or more to love. Another great name for a big girl club. Talk about it. Is there an app? There should be an app.
More to love.
Is there a bigger person app?
They do. App? They have a plus size app for like men that just love Kobe women, but they don't have the opposite, which is like women that love big boys, which I think is sexist.
Even after the SNL SZA sketch?
Oh, yeah.
That should have changed things.
Should have.
Bring that into a tech company.
Honestly,
a VC meeting.
I like big, like security guard built men. Like they used to play in like D1, but like now, like they don't do 2-a-days anymore. But like they could if they had to. You know, like they didn't fall all the way off, but like
a little bit. Just enough.
Yeah. Put like a little layer of fat across that like 6-pack, you know, just a little bit.
So like it's under there. If you were to, you could feel it.
Yeah.
But just a little more to love. Okay, Anya, are you writing these down? We have a few businesses to start. Wait, are you? Okay, I do want to talk about one of the ways that you have made all your Facebook money. You do have a podcast.
I kind of, yes.
Let's talk about how you have an upcoming podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Called Why Am I
Still Single? Yeah. It is definitely a podcast of me talking to my friends and family, and some comedians about why we think I'm still single, and also the dating process out here. Times are different. Times are, I wouldn't say hard, but they're just like estranged. Like it's just a different climate. And I think like the Red Pill podcast and like how we talk about dating is also interesting. I think like
that's
just,
what this is, by the way. I'm trying to be non-binary red pill tea. Sorry, I didn't tell you that outside when we met.
But just like a real healthy like conversation of like what like societal norms are in this climate of dating. Like it's not as complicated as we make it.
That isn't a take I've heard. You think people are making it more complicated?
Yeah. Like
how so?
One thing that is just so interesting to me now is like the rules of like not texting first or not double texting. I'm sorry, but like I think that men should feel wanted as well. So like if I like you and like our last conversation, like, you know, we left it off to where like he ended like the conversation, like I'm gonna just text. Like I don't mind like double texting. Like if we were texting last night and like I sent the last text, if I want to text you and it's like midday the next day, I'll just be like, hey, like, how's your day going?
People
like,
our age are still acting this way?
Absolutely. Text
Like,
that man. You like him and you lonely. Text him.
And we can all tell. Here we get everybody's problem. I love that you play to the camera because I do too. I love that you're doing that. I guess I haven't really been on the market ever on purpose. I've never been on an app. I've been like, get the fuck away from me. And every relationship I've had, it's been like, it's not healthy. This isn't a brag. Okay, I recently did start attending Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous meetings. Not because I thought I was one. I went with a friend. I found out there's a thing called like love or sex anorexic where you avoid it. Which is, it is what you might consider disordered. It is what you might consider unhealthy. And I'm like, oh, okay, so maybe I'm not chill. Maybe that's what I've been doing. Just like kicking and screaming and fighting and avoiding as much as possible.
And then those people are the ones who always got somebody.
Oh, I have an update since we last met.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy.
It's
because that was where my hope and faith was at.
I knew.
Why would you ruin this for me?
I thought about that on my way here. Okay, because the conversation we had when we met, I was with my partner at the time. And we were both like, wow, this is our first healthy relationship we've ever had. And you were like, that's crazy. That's so good to hear. You were maybe my third thought. Our conversation, because I knew we had this coming up, you were my third thought when it ended. It's recent. It's like weeks. And I was like, she's going to be really disappointed. Yeah, it turns out there was a little more lying than I ever thought possible. But
not.
Yeah. But it's one of those things where like, I don't feel, well, tell me if you've had this experience with anyone. Sometimes people are not lying to you because they want to lie to you. They're lying to themselves out loud and you're overhearing it. Do you know what I mean?
Sometimes people project who they want to be onto you.
And sometimes they project who they've dealt with in the past onto you and make you some woman in their head. And it is kind of like they never even were with you at all. And you didn't know that the whole time. And it truly has nothing to do with you and never did. And what a disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're competing with who they thought or who they wanted you to be.
Or who they were afraid you were. Or who they were afraid you were. I'm going through a lot of kind of like, I don't want to say consent because that sounds crazy because then someone's going to call 911 and I don't want to do that. But like there were consent issues in terms of like, if you don't tell me the truth, I don't get to say no.
Facts.
And I didn't really know. I even had said that before with small things. I've been like, oh, but if you just ask me and I say no, it's also still okay. That's not the end of the world. You need to be okay with that. People pleaser ass motherfucker.
That's very fair. That's a big deal for me because you taking away my choice because of your fear that I wouldn't choose you that doesn't take away the fact that what you're doing is wrong. Like, you're robbing me of the choice to be here.
I wish you were there the whole time to back me up on that, because I've been trying to explain this for so long, and that's why I'm like, okay, you're like a big liar or whatever, but I'm almost like, I'm the second victim in this situation. You're the first, because you are moving through this world thinking that you can't be who you are and be accepted, to the point that like you're robbing yourself of the chance to be accepted. We're both getting robbed. When you lie, we all have nothing. And it's sad. It's really, really sad. And that being said, I would rather be me than them, because I don't think I operate that way. Watch me in like a year, listen back to this and realize I've been buying my own bullshit.
Well, I mean, I just want to offer you the opportunity to not give them as much grace as you're giving.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. I'll take it.
Because as romantic as it sounds to say that they're not giving you the opportunity to accept them, a little bit of them knows that who they really are isn't acceptable.
And I'm starting, you know what? I actually am starting to think that might be the case. I am starting to think that might be the case. Because this person also was the best person so far I've been with that used beyond therapy language, just like socio-political, like all of these angles to explain away every single time I went, I don't understand this. Like, this doesn't make sense to me. You said this and now you're saying this is or isn't okay. And like, I checked each time, and it's the first person who actually convinced me of a lot of doubting my instincts in a lot of cases. And like, you know what? I wonder, I'm like, am I giving my ex grace? I don't know if I'm giving it grace or more just being like, detaching it from being actually a reflection of me or like my choices. It's not your fault someone lies to you.
Honestly and truly, absolutely not. And like, people sometimes make you feel bad for like being with somebody, but it's like, first of all, I wasn't with that person. I don't know who that is.
And they weren't with me. And turns out they weren't with me. I was a figment of their imagination no matter what I said. Dude.
We were cosplaying a relationship. I don't know them.
And I did. That's the clip. And that's the clip. No, that's very satisfying to hear. Okay, so you have had this experience before. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. My ex, honestly, maybe I think we've been out of the relationship going on 3 years. And like, just now, like, when I say this was the last block that I finally had, because like, just now.
Just emotionally, like an emotional block. Okay.
Like, well, because like every couple of months, you know, you block somebody and then they like giving it a reason for you to unblock them. Like, oh, my mama's sick. And it's like, okay, dang, I loved your mama. Like, let's pray about her. Like,
Anya, do you remember we read a story, because we read like Reddit posts sometimes of no contact, and someone was like, oh, my mom said she has cancer, and Anya's like, how did you not respond? And I'm like, because she's either lying or like using it to get you to respond. This is a go-to move. Mom being sick is a go-to. It's a classic.
What about my son has autism, used to work in that field. We're working on his educational plan. Can I call you so we can talk about it? That gets me every time. You know
can't.
Who you are.
You
Stop
can't.
using that baby with me.
Not using the autistic baby to get through the no contact. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
And if you're wondering if this clip is about you, it is. You ain't gotta call me.
This isn't the person you had a kid with? This is like another, okay. Because I imagine you have to
that
talk
ain't
to
even my baby. That ain't even my baby.
That's
that lady.
That's not even, I didn't make him autistic. See how we get canceled here?
Every day. I get it.
This is someone who's still hitting you up, who's still like.
No, I told him last time, this is it. Like, don't call me no more. I don't know. I don't know. It's not my man no more. I don't know. But honestly and truly, such a liar that like there were so many things that I absorbed as like my fault, that like I was always constantly trying to like be such a soft girl and such like a like I want to help, like I want to be like an equal partner, like how can I help you, like that's just also who I am as a person, like even in my friendships, like, you know, like how can I help you, like what can we do better as friends. And like this person specifically, I wasn't helping you. You was a liar. Like, I don't know who I was helping, but
I don't know who I helped.
This was crazy.
What were some of the lies?
First of all, this man, was I'm gonna just say it. I don't care. What you gonna do? This man was a chronic masturbator.
Like,
and I had no clue.
wait, isn't everyone a little bit?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, chronic.
Does this mean like wrong time and place?
No.
Okay.
Like, I didn't, like, when I say, like, I had no clue how much, and he just told me about how much. Like, and I, like, he was using, like, different creams from the doctor. Like, I thought there was something wrong. And, I mean, I didn't think there was nothing wrong with me. I thought there was something wrong with him.
Oh, because he was exhausted. Yeah, like, he was done.
He was like, oh, like, you know, it's just not going to happen today. And I was like, are you cool? Like, what's going on with that? And he was like, I don't know. Like, I think I need some sensitivity cream. I was like, oh, all right, man. So, like, whole time, I'm like, you know, hey, like, maybe you just shouldn't masturbate for a couple of days and it'll be more sensitive. And he would say that he was doing that. And then it was like, so now I'm using how much mental bandwidth am I using to research on the internet to help you figure out how to make this thing more sensitive, and you just won't stop touching it.
You said he had a cream from the doctor. He jerked off. He had like a prescription jack off cream that he used without you. And it's funny, again, I'm like, to me, this is such a metaphor to my relationship. And let me explain. Because I'm like, what you're doing is selfish, but also worse for you. So why do you keep picking that? Okay? Chronic masturbator is the analogy, actually, I think I'm going to move forward with. Because emotionally, socially.
And you're not even satisfied.
That's what I'm saying.
You hate yourself.
We both leave worse. We both leave unsatisfied and ashamed of ourselves. And really, they are the only one who has like any shame to carry. But
I'm fine. Honestly, I'm just trying to figure out what's wrong with you.
And that was so nice of you. And that was so kind of you. Mm-hmm. And I keep, I do keep, you know, I don't know about you, but I do try to reflect on my patterns every once in a while. And I keep sort of being like, am I attracting like insane idiots because I'm an insane idiot?
No.
And this is what I've learned. And I feel like you have a lot to speak on this. Like, they find someone who they know will try. We're not shocked. We're maybe not judgmental. We're smart.
Okay. We should be so much more judgmental. We should be so much judgmental. Because why do you have the confidence to tell me that? You have no shame. Bring back personal pride. You have no shame. And you should. Some things should be shameful. We should not be this nice of women that they don't have no shame talking to us. Hey, let me tell you my deepest, darkest secret. No,
it's not
somebody they should have shame talking to us.
I agree.
We're too nice.
I actually agree.
Stop being safe spaces.
Can I say publicly right now, I'm no longer a safe space.
I'm retired.
We are renouncing being safe spaces for any of y'all. If you're ashamed of it, just excuse yourself. Don't even make me tell you to leave. Actually, this is so important. I think about, teens listening to this in Kansas or whatever the fuck. And if I had heard this when I was that age, maybe I wouldn't be where I am. The program I mentioned earlier, SLAA. And this was a problem before.
First of all, don't say SLAA like it's a cool gang.
It's not. It's the worst. They're hot and they know how to fuck, but it is the worst. It's the worst of the programs, if you ask me. They text so much. Anya, kick me out. SLAA.
I'm sorry, are you going to meetings and finding them?
I am not going to the ones where men go. I'm going to, they have gendered. It's giving
because
gendered.
They can't be in the same room together.
Well, they have both, but I don't understand that. I don't want to hear men. So I've even talked to men who try to go to SLAA and they're like, I don't have the jacking off problem. They're like, I don't want to go and be in a room with all these men who are just addicted to their dick. And they want just a love addicts. Because that's their little mental problem. A shout out to the men who are only love addicts. I've never met one of you except for that one guy. And he said his partner reminds me of, I remind him of his partner. I actually kind of didn't reflect till right now that was a crazy thing for him to say. I just took it as a compliment. This is my problem. I need to be more judgmental.
You do.
Thank you so much.
Stop making space for people to feel safe talking to you.
If they're not going to like do anything about it. That was the other thing that I was like, damn, you think you're doing 12-step, but you're running a scam on yourself because you're not. You're not. Like, whatever you did, some work.
I feel bad for both of us because I used to work with like people in rehab, and so like I've been to like all the AA. Like I'm like
I did too. It was my family
talking AA poster. We are built safe spaces. Yuck! Get it off me.
They know.
They know. We
They
must have
know.
AA written all over. I am judgy. From now on, I'm judgy.
People can't change. I don't care if they do. That's my new stance. That's actually my new stance. Okay, this makes sense. You're so like 12-step literate or whatever, because it's a worldview. And like, if I had this going in, I would have known I was being lied to in my little face. Bottom lines. I also feel like I knew, I don't know if you had it in your family, but I knew the 12 steps when I was like 4, because my family was all, fucking up.
I did not. I didn't know them until it was like a professional situation. But I will say that knowing the steps, if you're not in the program, if you are not an addict, that makes everything a compromise. You think like everything is like a negotiation, and you see so much humanity in everybody around you. And it's like, yeah, we're all humans, dude. So what?
It's not my problem.
It's not.
But that's not my problem. Go be a human over there. I don't need you to die. I don't hate you, maybe. Even if I do, that's none of your business. Go over there.
I forgive you. Far, far away from me.
No, that is where I'm at now. That's where I'm at now. That's cool that you did that work professionally and you came out with less empathy. I actually love that. I actually think that's huge.
Well, because I worked in rehab for teenagers, and
Oh,
I
really?
wanted
When you
to-
were a teen?
No, as an adult.
Okay.
And I wanted to adopt all the teens.
Of course.
And they
Oh,
were
of course.
shitty teenagers. But I like felt so bad for them.
Yeah, you get why they're that way.
Yeah, and I was like, man, like I'm gonna lose my mind trying to adopt all these terrible people. And also, this is crazy. Like, I'm gonna have a house full of addict teenagers. This is bad. I need less empathy. Also, you know what I really thought? This was a crazy thought. Like, at some point in my dating history of life, like I was like, I have to have a husband because I don't have good boundaries now. So like, I need to marry somebody who's gonna be like, hey, you can't move 15 strangers into our house. This is the boundary.
You wanted a husband.
I wanted a husband to be like, I'm putting my foot down. No more people.
To have your boundaries for you.
Yes.
That's actually maybe the worst plan I've ever heard. Yeah. To invite a man into your house to teach you boundaries. And I don't think that's...
I figured it out. I was like, hey, girl, you're tripping.
I get it, though. I do get it. I really do. It's hard with the teens, too, because... I've worked in like whatever abolition nonprofits, like inside juvies and then inside adult prisons. And my main takeaway on that is like we actually should have as much empathy for the system. The system should treat adults the same way they treat kids, which is like, oh, you're redeemable and here's some chances.
There's not like a good segue.
There's no segue.
It's just like
you're set up for failure.
Yeah, man.
And they are starting to see children as humans a little bit when they're incarcerated, but I'm literally like, yeah, everything you have down, like for if they're under the age of whatever it is, 19, can you please do that for like the 45-year-olds and the 60-year-olds and like whoever else is coming out of prison? Like, I promise it'll work. If you think it'll work with the kid, like this person wouldn't even be here if you treated them that way when they were 14, etc. But again, that is their job. That's not my business. That's not my problem.
You're like trying to rehome humans.
Can I actually tell you this? And I actually, again, we might have to cut this. He literally ran out of money and got evicted and moved into my house. And I've never done that before. I thought I would never do that. But I'm like, it's different because he's a TV writer and that's like my dream job. And actually, he's taught me a lot, which he did. To be fair, he did. He has taught me a lot. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. And I'm like, oh, we were both homeless as kids, but now he's doing my dream job. And so like, actually, it's mutual. And like,
do you know jobs pay?
The strike, but it was the strike.
Stop.
And I got him a job in the meantime, like at the kitchen in the gay bar I run my show at.
Stop.
And everyone's like, that's your straight man? I'm like, basically.
Stop. Are you a rehab?
I should go to one.
No.
I should go to one.
Are you one?
I was running a one-person rehab. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. And I really didn't think of it this way.
You need no contact with yourself.
That's my favorite meme. And that's my favorite meme right now. Don't worry. I did entered like Al-Anon and ACA, if you're familiar, end of December. And it's funny, upon recommendation of my addict ass ex, because he was like, oh, try these programs. And I said out loud, I said, you know, the last time I started therapy, I dumped someone because I realized I didn't need it. I actually didn't need it. I actually needed out of it. I said that out loud. And look what happened. Within 2 months, it happened. This is what I'm saying. I've always called it. I fucking always called it. And then this bitch was so good at talking me out of it. And I am just, You know, it's disappointing, but also it is kind of good for the podcast. I think it's good for the podcast that I'm single and going through a breakup. I actually think that's really important for the audience. For me to not be fully well. I need to be relatable. It is fun. My therapist is sad. My therapist is like, I was so sad. I thought you finally found a relationship. And I was like, yeah,
First
Dr.
of all,
Julia.
you watched me go through this and you recommended it.
I'm
about to break up with you, ma'am.
I stopped going to her because I was like, I'm good for like almost a year. Like maybe check in here and there. I was broke but good. That's what I thought. I thought we were broke but good. Says that don't trust nobody you ain't been broke with. I was like, that's us. That's your ex's problem. And she like called you poor, and I would never do that because we were both homeless children. And then like
any man that is okay with you being poor don't like you. Clip that.
I saw something today, literally, where they're like, "Oh, men complain that women wouldn't date a broke man," and it's like, yeah, you guys like dating broke girls because you want to keep her down. You want that power over her. And again, this is like hetero culture that I feel very outside of. I kind of did it with this man a little. I was trying not to.
How you like me if you want me to be poor? How?
It is confusing.
How you like me?
It is confusing. I'm like, let's just sell drugs. I don't care.
At that point,
I was getting to that. I was like, I want to sell coke to gay guys.
At this
I feel
point,
safe doing that. That's something, because that's like one of the drugs they didn't do in my family for some reason. So I don't really have like trauma related to gay guys doing coke. It was straight men doing everything. Gay guys doing coke, emotional green flag. I can move forward with that. And I literally know I could start that today. I know 3 to 4 non-binary gay guys I can text tonight, and they can tell me where they get it. And I would do great. I would do really well.
I'm not going to support it, but I get it.
No, and people keep saying that. And when I do bring this up, people do kind of say, maybe try anything else.
You know?
I'm actually running. Okay, and again, we have to cut this maybe. Maybe not. I said this at a show the other night. My building just got bought, and I told them I used to be a property manager if they want to hire me. I've never done that before.
That would be nice.
I've never done that.
Okay.
But I'm like, I could.
I mean, have you lived on a property?
Exactly.
Did you manage yourself?
I really, really did for years.
Sounds like a property manager
For years.
to me.
Yeah, thank you.
What do they do?
Thank you.
Live there? Sounds like a property manager. I don't know.
I'm telling people because I'm like, no one should. If you're an artist, you shouldn't have to pay rent, and I believe that.
I agree.
I think they're making every creative person work so much to pay rent that they're not making any art.
Also, the less art we make, the more AI we make.
And that's exactly, this was their plan. This is that.
Who's they?
That's a great question.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to be on the same page.
I think 6 guys. I think Mark Zuckerberg, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. Him.
Who's the OpenAI gay guy?
I don't know, but I know Elon Musk is for sure on that list.
He's top 6. Yeah. Sam Altman. He's on the MySpace top 6 of billionaires who are making sure artists have to run a Jamba Juice and then AI makes art instead. That's like literally their plan for the economy. And guess what? It's working for them. Mark Zuckerberg and Elon. I'm going to put that out there.
I don't know. They're data farming you, so.
What is that? And what is that? Because I know it's happening to me.
So, like, I guess, like, back in the 90s when, like, the internet, like, became a thing, there was, like, a vote of, like, should we pay for the internet and then, like, you keep all the data and it's not sold to companies? Or should the internet be free and then your data can be sold to companies? And everyone was like, we don't want to pay for nothing. And now your data can be sold and traded to companies.
How come we don't all know that? Where did you learn that?
I like random facts.
Is that a random fact, or is that like the basis of the downfall of our empire at this moment? Everybody, listen, I dropped out. Oh yeah, I dropped out. Famously. That's kind of what this podcast is all about.
You're just getting by on your looks. I love that for you.
That's so nice of you. Thank you. I did kind of scam my way into community college. That's the worst flex anyone's ever had. But yeah, I did kind of illegally just kind of figure it all out. And I do know it's because I'm tall and white.
That's the American way.
And I love that for me. I'm a first gen.
I honestly think that if you're not utilizing the things that you have in your life, what are you doing?
No, it would annoy me. Like, I do have friends who are, like, I grew up with some friends who had money, and I could tell they'd be like, oh, that's my homeless friend. Like, let me not talk about, how my parents, whatever, pay my rent so I can go to school full time. And I'm like, but do you realize how stupid it'd be for you to not do that? Don't be guilty. Just be good.
Yeah, like, dude, if you're pretty and you're not using it, like, why are you working so hard? Like, work hard and be pretty and use that prettiness to, like, get even further. That's so, like, you working twice as hard. Yeah. That gives me the heebie-jeebie. Like,
You're actually making me realize I do think that applies to who I was dating. Sort of like an ugly person should do this much explaining, not me.
don't shame the pretty. Like, don't do that. Favor ain't fair.
What'd you say?
Favor ain't fair. It's not.
Okay, wait. I do want to talk about. I feel like actually we left off 8 years ago. This bitch, she cut you off, you cut her off. She's around. How have you sort of made peace with that?
I honestly move in light and love, and everything that I do is really and truly from the place of, like, I really try my best to do good in the world. And if you do me wrong, I don't wish you any kind of bad. I just move along. And, like, I don't keep record of, like, whatever negative happens to you in your life. Like, I just know that, like, I tried my best. So, like, whatever happens to you happens. Like, I hope that you have the best life, and I hope that we're one day sitting across from the table from each other, and I'm living my best life and you're living your best life, and you can't look me in my eyes because you're ashamed.
Can I be honest? I was like annoyed where this was going because I was like, I don't relate to that at all. That will never be me. And then you wrapped up with, No, I think that's powerful. What do they say? The best revenge is a life well lived, or whatever. That's what you're speaking to.
Like, you hurt me, or you tried to hurt me, and, like, look at you. It did nothing. Like, what was that for? You just wanted to be evil. That's so crazy. To me, who did nothing to you. It's so crazy.
You know what? It really is that simple. You said people overcomplicate it. It really is that simple.
Yeah.
Damn.
Listen, I'm not even gonna lie to you. The way that I'm about to be so particular about this next relationship, he gonna have to come and chase me down.
Be careful though, because this is what I've always done. And then you end up with stalkers.
Oh, I've got restraining orders on men, so, like, yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like, but here's the problem. They be saying they like you, and it's like, you're not gonna risk your freedom. You don't like it for real. You're a liar. Prove it. Tell a judge about it. I'm playing.
He didn't show up. Do you want to know what my judge said when he wouldn't extend my protective orders? He said that you both have to be here, or I can't read your body language to see who's lying. And his name is Judge Fu in Oakland, California. So you can look him up. I'm sure he has an Instagram if you want to send him a little message. Wait, do you want to tell your restraining order stories?
Damn. I got 4.
I only have 2 against the same person. These are all exes?
No, one's against a girl.
Okay, bisexual.
Not even. Which is crazy. Everybody always assumes that the girl one is bisexual. That's so crazy. It wouldn't just be that I'm an incredible friend.
No, I know you are from everything I've heard.
Yeah.
And maybe be a little less incredible in the future.
I know. Why am I punished for being such a good person?
This is what my current work is right now. I'm trying not to take that as the message, right?
It feels like it.
But it feels like it. I'm trying not to be like, oh, so if I continue to like be open and trusting after not being that way for so long, I'm actually going to be proven right that like everyone will fuck you over. And I don't have an answer yet.
I'm learning that, like, it's okay to love people, but I'm also learning that, like, you have to give yourself that love first. And so maybe you won't have as much love to give to them, which sounds selfish, but maybe is what you're supposed to do.
And what they should be doing, because they should also be giving that love to themselves first.
Oh, they are.
And you
They are. That's never the problem. They be selfish. They be...
But again, is it selfish in a real way where they win, or is it selfish in a way where like you're both doing worse? Chronic masturbation of it. And I can't answer that. I can't fully answer that. Okay, wait. So let's start with the girl.
The girl. So in college, I was friends with a girl who was, I was 24 and she was 42.
In college?
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yes.
A working mother probably or something. Or just a 42-year-old. That's okay too.
Yeah.
No, that's okay too.
And like we were in the same class, and like, you know, she was like real quiet, and I'd befriend the quiet, the estranged,
I do the same
the
thing.
sitting alone.
Because we bring out in them whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And like honestly, I just like, we were just cool. So like we would just walk around campus together and like have lunch and, you know, hang out. And I started driving her home, like, because she took the bus, and I felt like, you don't have to take the bus, like, I got time, I'll drive you home. Like,
Is this here in LA?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And it wasn't like far, so I was just like, I got you. So everything was cool. She didn't have any friends. Dang, this is getting bad. I never realized that was part of the story. Okay.
And this is why we look back.
So maybe she didn't have any friends. Here's the thing. I didn't realize that. It's how I've told this story so many times. I didn't realize she didn't have any friends. Okay. So one day my car broke down on my way to class, and I called her and I was like, hey, my car just broke down, like literally in front of school. And I was like, can you tell the teacher that like I'm not going to make it? And then she was like, yeah, do you need some money? And I was like, huh? No, I'm just not going to make it to class. Like, I'll like, you know, see you later. And she was like, okay. And she texted me and she was like, let me know if you need any money. And I was like, yeah, no, I don't need any money. Like, I'm fine. Like, also, what? Like,
It's like jumping like 6 steps or whatever.
I don't even know what's wrong.
Yeah, you're
like,
not at the mechanic, right? You
like
haven't even complained. She's called, your car broke down. She's called you poor.
immediately. Do you need some money? No, I don't. And I took my car to the shop, and then like I had like a birthday party that I was like planning. So it just like, I went into the weekend, and then like she was supposed to come to the birthday party. But you know, like when your car breaks down and then like you get into the weekend, you just kind of get busy. She was like calling me to get information for the birthday party. I was like doing stuff, and like I finally like got to my phone, and she's left like 7 voicemails
About a birthday party.
and they like start like calm and then get like progressively like crazy. And like by the time they're at like number 7, it's like, you need to answer my calls. Who do you think you are? Like, what is your problem? And like demanding I call her back. And I'm like, I'm actually not going to call you back. And I just go on about my day, right? And so like I just don't deal with it. And I come back to school and she's like pissed, like livid. And I'm just kind of like, I don't care. Like, who do you think you are? Like, what? This is so weird. This is such a weird interaction, right? And so I just kind of like, okay, well, we're not friends anymore because like this is weird. I am late to my like first class. In my mind, where our friendship is just over, like I'm just like, whatever. I'm late to our first class. We don't even have our first class together. I get to class and somebody's like, hey, that girl you're usually with was here looking for you. I said, huh?
That's one of the scariest things you could ever hear. Terrifying words.
Yeah,
Damn.
she was asking about you. I said, what?
'Cause she also does have your number.
Also, why is she at my class?
No. Oh, what class? Right.
A class that we don't have together?
I don't enjoy this. That's the beginning of a stalking situation. Mm-hmm.
So I call her and I'm like, hey, like, what's up? And she's like, you've been ignoring me. And I'm like, yeah, dude, like, I'm cool on you. Like, we're not friends anymore. Like, this is weird. Like, well, who do you think you're talking to? I'm talking to you, dude. Like, leave me alone. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, what's happening? Like, what's going on? I tell my mom about it. My mom calls her, and because they're closer in age.
She's like, let me talk to you peer to peer. Oh my God.
My mom calls her. She hangs up on my mom, changes her number.
Oh my God. Well, who has it? She has no friends. It doesn't really make a difference in her life. Okay.
She changes her number, and then she starts blowing my phone up from like dusk to dawn. Like blowing my phone up for the whole
From
next
like
day.
a new number.
Or a new number.
Just so your mom couldn't. You can give your mom the new number.
She blocked the number though.
I have notes.
So she's just blowing my phone up
Okay,
the
I
whole
have
next
notes.
day. My mom's like, hey, I'm gonna beat her ass. So like, go handle this at like the court or something, because like it's starting to get weird. It's starting to get too much. Like, so I'm like, okay. I go to the courthouse the next day. The courthouse is closed, so I have to go to the school to tell them anyways. So I go to the school and I tell them like, hey, like I'm having an incident with a student. I'm gonna go handle it at the courthouse, but they're closed today. And they're like, okay. Either way, you would have to come here and talk to us about it. So security is like, we have to see you tell the student that you no longer want to be their friend. I'm like, okay.
This is to me a flaw in the system.
Because I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, I don't want to talk to this person. Now you're going to make me talk to them you're going to force the interaction that I am truly trying to court mandatedly avoid. This is how it works in the court too. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
So security and me go outside to wait at her next class. She's late. So we're like, oh, okay, well, I guess, we'll do this after I go to the courthouse. I'm so sorry. I skipped the one major thing that made me go to the courthouse because it sounds petty. But the night before this happens, after she hangs up on my mom, changes her number, I get a random nude of a man sent to my phone and a phone number attached to it. And I'm like, yo, out of pocket. I call the number of the phone and I'm like, hey, I block my number and I call the number. And I'm like, hey, I just wanted to let you know that somebody's sending your nudes to people.
That is such a kind interpretation of what's going on. Okay.
Because if somebody sent your nudes out, you would want to know. Mm-hmm. I call the guy and I'm like, hey, I just want to let you know somebody's sending your nudes out. And he's like, what's the guy look like? And I describe the guy and he's like, that is not me. And I'm like, well, I don't know, dude, but that's what I got. And it's your name and your phone number. And he's like, man, do you know this girl named? And he said the girl's name. And I was like, yeah, I'm having an issue with her. She's so crazy. And he's like, she's been stalking me for 5 years. And that was what made my mom and me decide, oh, yeah, this is crazy. Courthouse.
So she's bisexual. I'm just kidding.
Maybe she might be, but she was he said she's been sending him packages to her house, to his house for years. She's been full on crazy.
Oh, I feel so bad for him.
Yeah. So so now we're at the school and she shows up to her class late. So the security guard calls her over and she's like, I'm late for a class, and tries to wave him off. And he's
they give a fuck? Oh my God.
He's like, hey, you're on campus. You have to comply with security. She's like, no, I don't. I don't have to listen to you. He's like, yeah, nah, you do. So I come over and I'm like, hey, I don't want to be your friend anymore. And I want you to stop calling me. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm not your friend. And she's like, no.
Once again, these people say things they just didn't know were an option. Oh shit, you could just say I'm never paying you back, or no, we're still friends. That's so crazy. Okay, so I am glad that you had a witness to that interaction.
Yeah, and the security guard's like, no, she's telling you to stop calling her. You have to stop calling her. And she goes so you're just gonna believe this stupid B word? And he's like, what? She's like, I don't have to stop calling her if I don't want to. And he's like, yeah, you do. She's telling you to stop.
Also, where is your shame? Why aren't you embarrassed? Why is it embarrassment enough for you to do this for yourself? You need you and then the man who's probably your type to tell him, to tell her to stop calling you. What does she think is going to happen next? She knows you don't want her to call her, and then she's going to keep doing it. What is she expecting to happen next? Sorry, I'm trying to logic out a crazy person, and I actually need to stop. Right now.
No, because I couldn't expect what's going to happen next.
Oh.
She literally starts taking her hand and she starts smacking her thighs, and she's
it's stomp or
she's just hitting herself repetitively, and he security kind of steps in between us, and he's like, you have to stop coming to her classes early, because now I've had to tell my teachers that I would need to leave early and come to class late so that I can avoid her. And it's disrupting my education because I'm a smarty. Yeah, you see me. And she's like, I don't have to do anything. This is by free will. You guys can't tell me what to do. And it's just getting louder and crazier. And then she takes her hand and she starts hitting herself upside the head with her hand. And he's like, go to the car.
To you.
To me. He's like, go to the car. And I'm like, okay. But from the car, I can still see her. And he calls back up. She's yelling and she's screaming and she's fussing, and the 3 security guards are now around her, and they're like, yeah, you can't do this. You're gonna have to not be in school anymore. This is getting to be a big deal. They call the police. Because she starts hitting her head against the brick wall.
Who is she? My dad? Literally, I've had this exact conversation with my father. But I'm sorry, this is about you. No, this is extremely fucking scary. That's so scary.
Because this was a non-domestic violence incident, I've never gotten a restraining order in person, from no court. They were just here. I was like, what? This is like, the police officer was like, you don't have to go to court. Here you go.
Because they witnessed it. And wow. Okay, that's the trick. Okay, if y'all are trying to get a protective order against someone, make them flip out in public.
And
that's actually
you can't
huge.
be romantically involved with them in California.
Oh, because that makes it domestic.
Yeah.
Fuck, I should have lied. I should have been like, I'm full lesbian and he's crazy. I'm doing that from now on. That is tea. That's actually really good to know. I'm glad that worked out. I guess I'm glad they made it easy for you.
Also, mad crazy.
That is scary.
Yeah.
That is scary.
Yeah. But also, like, we still had class together, and I was just like, I spent the rest of the semester terrified. I also had another stalker on campus at the same school and the same semester. And when I tell you, I was so emotionally traumatized, I just didn't even, like, deal with the fact that I had the other stalker. Like, I couldn't even... It was just like, it was so unbelievable. I just stopped going to school. I just stopped going to school.
And it's so easy, I think, for someone to be like, oh, you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't be the one to leave school or whatever. It's like, yeah, but I also shouldn't have to go through this whole fucking process again. And I have so many, I'm literally, and we'll cut this. I love to say that. My literal catchphrase for this podcast is, and we'll cut that. I'm writing a pilot about like a stalker support group. Like
For the stalked or the stalkers?
For the stalked. Yeah, stalker support group for the stalker, and they just start killing all their stalkers.
I mean, honestly, that's like, I would be in it.
Would that heal you?
Yeah.
You should be in it.
Yeah.
You can draw from source material into whatever role.
Yeah.
Or you can write on it, or you can do both, whatever. This is good to know.
Because like, I was so traumatized by this stalking event that was happening concurrently with a male stalker. I don't even count the male stalker. When I say like, oh, I've got 4 restraining orders, I don't count the other stalker that was happening on campus at the same time because I didn't even do nothing about that.
Sure, it's not on record.
It's not even on record.
But the body keeps score.
The trauma is still there.
What was he doing? Was he just like showing up at your classes and like
we had a class together too, and
this is why you shouldn't go to school. Keep going.
Honestly, and he wouldn't come to, like, once I told him I wasn't even interested in him romantically, he would circle our building instead of coming into class.
Chicks love that. Chicks love when you circle the building after you rejected them. Really makes them think.
One day he like stormed out of class, and then like my teacher thought that me and him were friends, and I was so embarrassed that like I didn't want to tell her what was going on because I already had told her about the girl.
And so then it makes you look crazy because it's happening to you.
So she was like, can you go check on him? And I was like, yeah. Like, sure. And I like went out and I was like, are you cool? And he was like, I just don't understand. And I was just like, yeah, can you just come back in? He was sitting down and he puts his hand like in between my like thigh, like groin area, and like pulls me in. In class? No, we're outside because I had to go check on him. Because he's having like a whole mini like meltdown.
Because you were given no good options.
None.
You're either given the option to go comfort this man who's about to touch you, or be like, hey, by the way, he's also stalking me. I have a joke I'm trying to work on about this where it's like, I sound like I'm a narcissist because I'm like, everyone's fucking stalking. No one will leave me alone.
They're all crazy. They don't want me.
I swear, I don't even think I'm that hot. Like, I'm not even my own type. Okay, damn. So he assaulted you.
Can get a stalker in a heartbeat. No husband.
That's no ring. They only want to scare you. They don't want to love you. They only want you scared. And I'm glad I'm not alone, but also I wish I was. I'm sorry. Okay, so he assaulted you outside the class after your teacher made you go talk to him.
And my homegirl in the class knew what was going on.
Okay.
And she was a cop, and she like she knew as soon as I walked out that there was gonna be a problem, and came out to like get me.
Okay,
and
good.
Like the whole like situation, she just came and grabbed me, and I was just like yelling and fussing and screaming and cussing, and like she like diffused the situation, but it was just like, dude, like I just didn't have the bandwidth for the whole situation. I was just like, I just want to go home.
I feel that, and it's like the system is set up to just exhaust you in every way. Like the amount of times that I was looking for like a non-court or like, because I'm like working abolition, whatever. I was like, well, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna call the cops on him, definitely, but I also don't even want to fuck with courts. Like, I don't believe in you. I don't believe in any of you. And then it's cool because like I did really go back on my own values and put something on this man's record that, again, it could affect his job, opportunities in the future, all these things that will only make his life worse and therefore his behavior. I was forced to go through that system, go back on my values, and then I still got nothing out of it.
And it's like it only traumatizes you. Like
Wastes your time and emotional bandwidth.
Bruh, why? Why? And then also like your support system, if like it's like almost like the boy who cried wolf. And it's like, but no, there's actually a wolf.
There's a lot of wolves. Actually,
there's actually not many sheep. Like,
some of us just have it like that. I'm like, what is on my forehead? What is on my forehead? This is like, stalk me. I'm down.
But it's like, it's also, I really do think it's also that we are safe spaces. We are, unfortunately, like, we're just the nice girls, and nice girls finish last. Oh, the nice guys are like, finally somebody gets it.
And then the nice guys are chronically masturbating, finishing first and alone. That's called a button, and we buttoned it up. I am on too much Diet Coke, but I was able to wrap that one up. Okay. We have like truly a minute. Thank you so much for telling me all these tales. Is there something you would go no contact with right now if you could?
Oh, I would go no contact with.
Not you whispering.
I would go no contact with gas.
Gasoline?
Yeah.
I heard it. I don't drive, but I heard she's $6 now.
Slutty. Gasoline is the sluttiest thing I know. Whore. I've never seen such an attention-seeking substance in my life.
She makes like every election about her.
Full slut.
She makes every war about her.
Nobody talks about it. Slut.
Oh my god. That's my favorite one we've ever had. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
For sure.
No call, no text, no contact.